Hi my friends, welcome to channel English Professional, and this video isn't for beginners, it's for an intermediate level, so it's about English prepositions with adjectives, verbs and nouns. If you remember our previous video, right, we were talking about some basic prepositions and prepositional phrases. As for this video, we're going to talk about more difficult things. Okay, let's have a look at the first preposition and the words which we use with it. So of, we say ashamed of. For example, she was ashamed of her behavior. Okay, let me type it for you. She was ashamed of her behavior. So as you know, it's called, American spelling, and if you want a British spelling, so it's with you. So as for an American spelling, it's without you. So she was ashamed of her behavior. It means that it was a real shame for her. It was a real shame for her. It was a real shame for her. Next, this one. So accuse of. He was accused of murder. He was accused of murder. So he was accused, So other people thought that he had killed someone. He was accused of murder. So consist of. The presentation consisted of 10 chapters or of 10 slides. You had the book, the book consists of chapters, but as for a presentation, it consists of slides. So I just said it almost automatically. So the presentation consisted of 10 slides. So for example, you can say the book consists of 5 chapters. Good. Okay, so actually I think that you remember it and you can revise this information in the previous video. Some basic preposition, some more difficult things. So die of. So it's a very common mistake. She died of cancer. She died of cancer. It's a very serious disease, She died of cancer. So guilty of. Who was guilty of it? Who was guilty of it? Who was guilty of it? Jealous. She is always jealous of her husband. She is always jealous of her husband. She is always jealous of her husband. Aware. I am aware of these threats. I am aware of these threats. Capable. So we say capable of. For example, I don't think he is capable of doing it. I don't think he is capable of doing it. So I don't think that he's able to do it. Typical. So it's very typical of him. It's very typical of him. So it's his typical feature. So I just don't know, but students often use another preposition instead of. It's a very common mistake. It's very typical of him. Next, frightened. So she was frightened of the unknown. She was frightened of the unknown. Unknown. She was frightened of the unknown. So she didn't know what would happen. Frightened of. Okay, so let's revise it. So she was ashamed of her behavior. So it was a real shame for her. He was accused of murder. The presentation consisted of 10 slides. She died of cancer. Who was guilty of it? She is always jealous of her husband. I am aware of these threats. I don't think he is capable of doing it. It's very typical of him. She was frightened of the unknown. Scared. Or she was scared. You can say frightened or scared. So basically, these words mean more or less the same. Okay, I'll give you one more example. So she was scared. She was scared of his words. She was scared of his words. Frightened of, scared of, afraid of. Okay, so what's next? Approve of. I approve of your decision. I approve of your decision. I approve of your decision. So we say arrive in. So if it's a city or a country, for example, I arrived in India. I arrived in India. Yeah, but we also say arrive at. So if it's a small place, you need to remember these phrases. So I arrived at the airport, at the airport, at the party, at the conference, at the conference, okay? So at the meeting, and the meeting, and so on. Yeah? So, good. Well, succeed in doing something. So I succeeded in getting that job. I succeeded in doing something, in getting that job. It means that I was successful in doing it. So I succeeded in. So differ from. So we say different from or differ from. So his opinion differs from mine. His opinion differs from mine, or his opinion is different from mine. Congratulate on. So I'd like to congratulate you on passing the exam. I'd like to congratulate you on passing the exam. So we say on something or on doing something. Insist on. I insist on it. I insist on it. So I want it to happen. Focus on or concentrate on. I'd like to focus on this problem. I'd like to focus on, or I'd like to concentrate on. Concentrate on this problem. So I'd like to focus on this problem. I'd like to concentrate on this problem. So rely on or count on. So you can rely on me. You can rely on me. Or you can count on me. So, or you can trust me. So you can, yeah, we have it. So you can trust me. You can rely on me. You can count on me. Okay, let's have a look at it one more time. So she was scared of his words. I approve of your decision. I arrived in India. I arrived at the airport, at the party, at the conference, at the meeting. Succeed in. So I succeeded in getting that job. his opinion differs from mine. I'd like to congratulate you on passing the exam. I insist on it. I'd like to focus on this problem, or I'd like to concentrate on this problem. You can rely on me, or you can count on me. So next, so we say aim at. So I aim at, for example, I aim at, so getting this result. Or I aim at achieving, so you say aim at something or aim at doing something. I aim at achieving this result. Achieve. So we talked about arrive in and arrive at. So surprised and shocked. You see, so you can say surprised at, shocked at, and surprised by, shocked by. For example, I was. You can say I was surprised or I was shocked by at the news. So it's okay to use by or at. So I was surprised by the news, or I was shocked by the news, or you can use at. So we often see by. I would say more often. So smile and laugh. She smiled at me. She smiled at me. She smiled at me. Smile at. Laugh at. They often laughed at the boy. They often laughed at the boy. So throw. So you see, we can say throw at and throw to. What's the difference between throw at and throw to? Look. He threw a stone at him. He threw a stone at him. So he wanted to hurt him. So it's dangerous. It's dangerous. So he wanted to hurt him. He wanted to hurt him. So let's look at the next example. So he threw the pen to him. So the pen, so if we know this pen, so if we don't know it, so just it's a basic thing here. So he threw a pen to him. So it's okay, it depends on the context. He threw a pen to him. So, but he did it not in order to hurt him, but so he wanted to help. He wanted to help. He wanted to help. So that's the difference. So he threw a stone at him. So threw at, it's dangerous. He wanted to hurt him. And he threw a pen to him. So he wanted to help. Well, so what's next? Accustomed to. Accustomed to. So I'm accustomed to it. I am accustomed, yeah? So we say, so double, right, yeah, I remember. So double C and so T. I'm accustomed to it. So you say I'm accustomed to it or I'm used to it. It means it's okay for me. It's okay, it's normal. It's normal. It's normal for me now. I'm accustomed to it, I'm used to it. So react to. How did he react to it? How did he react to it? Okay, so I aim at achieving this result. I was surprised by the news. I was shocked by the news. She smiled at me. They often laughed at the boy. He threw a stone at him. So it's dangerous. He wanted to hurt him. He threw a pen to him. He wanted to help. I'm accustomed to it, or I'm used to it, so it's normal for me now. How did he react to it? Okay, so we say similar to. So his ideas are similar to mine. His ideas are similar to mine. So similar to. So we have almost the same ideas. So familiar. So we can say familiar to and familiar with. Compare. This thing is familiar to me. This thing is familiar to me, and I am familiar with this thing. I am familiar with this thing. So you see the difference. So something is familiar to someone. Someone is familiar to someone. So as you see here, and someone is familiar with, something, yes, something, yeah, because this thing means something is familiar to someone. So it's a thing, yeah, it's an object. And someone, so a person, yeah. First we say a person. Someone is familiar with something. Someone is familiar with something. I am familiar with this thing. So you see. Good. So throw, yeah, we talked about it. So apologize for. I'd like to apologize for it. I'd like to apologize for it. It means that I'm really sorry about it. I'm really sorry about it. Prepare for. You need to prepare for your exams more thoroughly. You need to prepare for your exams more thoroughly. You need to prepare for your exams more thoroughly. It means more intensively. Prepare for. So familiar, yeah, we talked about it. Deal with. So I deal with suppliers, or I deal with customers, or we also call them clients. I deal with customers or clients. Deal with. So it's my job. I deal with. So complain about. He always complains about it. He always complains. He always complains about it. So he isn't satisfied with something and he tells other people about this thing. So his ideas are similar to mine. Something is familiar to someone. This thing is familiar to me. But someone is familiar with something. I am familiar with this thing. I'd like to apologize for it. You need to prepare for your exams more thoroughly. I deal with suppliers. I deal with customers, clients. He always complains about it. So excited. I'm really excited about the news. I'm really excited about the news. It means I'm really so happy about it. I'm really excited about the news. It's so exciting and so interesting. It's so thrilling. So translate from one language into another. So I need to translate it from Spanish into English. I need to translate it from Spanish into English. For example, yeah? No tengo problemas. I just don't know because actually, so it's in Spanish. No tengo problemas. Or no tengo algunos problemas. No tengo algunos problemas. It means I don't have any problems. No tengo algunos problemas. I don't have any problems. So I've just translated it from Spanish into English. My friend, please remember that we say translate into. It's a very common mistake. Okay, good. I don't have any problems. Okay, good. So I'm really excited about the news. I need to translate it from Spanish into English. So no tengo algunos problemas means I don't have any problems. So, and we talked about surprised and shocked. So it can be shocked by, surprised at, and shocked at. Okay, my friends, I really hope this video is extremely useful. You just need actually to know this information, and don't forget to have a look at these examples one more time if you really want to memorize it better and start using it in your daily life more effectively. Thank you.